What's up, Danny? It's Hunter from Bleacher Report. Thanks for the pre-fight interview, by the way.
Sure.
So you mentioned that you were upset that you couldn't finish Barbosa. Does this make up for that in any way?
You could say that. I still wish I had that win. Edson Barbosa is, a really, I would say, a better opponent than Charlie is. I'm not sure what this really does for my career. I mean, a win's always good, but a win over Barbosa definitely does more than a win over Charlie Brenneman.
And Brenneman had been knocked out quite a few times before. Was that something that you kind of expected going in, that you were going to flatten him?
I try to go in there with bang Muay Thai every time. I didn't really throw any high kicks. Those were coming. He did a great job at taking me down. I gave him 2 takedowns, and I'm a wrestler. Wrestling pride kind of a little bit, it still bothered me a little bit. Hate giving up takedowns. It doesn't matter in MMA or in wrestling.
Did you feel you were behind after the first round? And did your second round performance reflect that?
I think the first round was really close. In fact, I probably lost the first round. So I had to go out there and I try to stay patient. Don't like to rush anything. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. This is my 18th fight with Zuffa, but I have a short career. It's only been 5-6 years for me. But my whole career has been with Zuffa. 8 months I was fighting the WCs. No training at all, just 8 months. And I never really got a chance to grow. And I'm growing, I'm maturing as a fighter. I felt really comfortable out there, and it's an awesome feeling.
This is the second time you've actually knocked a guy out clean, but it's the first time you've done it in the octagon. How did it feel to do that under such stakes?
A knockout is always great. I'm really grateful for that. I'm really grateful for the opportunity. There's so many people that would love to be in my position right now, and it's just a great feeling, man. I'm so happy. Basically, I just want to go hug my mom and sister.
Was the key to go in this fight? Was it to stand up with him, or was it to try to take him to the ground?
What's up, man? I'm Danny. I don't think I've ever met you.
Dan, Kevin Richardson, buddy. With
Nice
the Baltimore
to
Sun.
Nice to meet you. We knew that there was a mismatch standing, and I was trying to expose it as much as possible. Try to use a little bit of feints to get in there, to get him to drop his hands. Just watching him on the screen, they do the little pre-fight they show you in the back, and I was just watching him and just like, man, I really got to get after it. He hit me with the clean overhand right. It just shocked the crap out of me. I train with some of the best fighters in the world. In fact, the best fighters in the world. Joseph Benavidez, TJ Dillashaw, Chad Mendes, Uriah Faber. Those are all guys who are super tough. And a bad day in our practice room is sometimes it can be worse than a bad day in the octagon, actually. So I was ready for it, and again, I'm just really thankful.
So what's next for you?
What's next for me? I'm actually going to go hang out with my mom and sister. We're going to go to DC, and then Monday we're going to see the aquarium here in Baltimore. So Baltimore's a wonderful city. I haven't had the opportunity to explore it. So Monday, in fact tomorrow, I'm going to have breakfast at Shirley's. So we went there. I had to have 2 eggs and an avocado because I was cutting weight. But the stuffed French toast looks amazing. I'm gluten-free, but I'm going to splurge tomorrow.
Did you make any specific changes between rounds 1 and 2 that allowed you to get that knockout?
I just really need to press forward, close the distance. Bang and Buckles came in there and told me, it's the same right hand. Buckles basically told me, he's like, I just need you to drop that right hand on him twice. 3 times, 1 in every round, and we're going to win. You're going to KO. That's what he said.
Can you walk me through that specific sequence of the knockout? What did you see there?
Well, basically, I saw he was banging on my feints. He's dropping his hands a little bit, so I feinted a little bit, threw the jab out there. Slightly not a really long jab, just kind of to get him move his head a little bit because he was ducking his head, and then came right over the top.
Did you have any thoughts of punching him once again when he was on the ground there?
Yeah, I was going for the finish, but his eyes were rolled up in the back of his head, and I don't want to be responsible for anyone's permanent damage. And if I would have dropped the right hand on him, there's chances are that would have been a really serious concussion. So I just kind of pulled back a little bit.
Can you talk a little bit why you were so emotional after the fight?
Man, it's my 10th fight. 18 fights with Zuffa. It's been a wild ride. My last fight was very disappointing. I was so close. A bunch of times I've been really close in my career to breaking out. My last 2 losses or against Michael Johnson. The first round I was winning. You know, could have been a 10-8. You know, the fight with Barbosa, the first round I was winning 10-8. I get both those finishes in those fights, and I'm right there for a title fight. You know, it's just you know, it's just verification that I'm one of the best in the world, and you know, it's emotional because you know, I kind of underestimate myself sometimes, and I doubt myself a lot. But you know, that's all changing now. You know, I feel comfortable out there, and you know, it's ready to move forward. I'm ready for those big fights.
Can you talk about your last camp with Bang?
As him as a head coach,
Yes.
yeah. Is it my last camp with Bang? No. I'm going to try to work with him as much as possible. He's one of the best coaches I've ever had in my life, and I've been an athlete for 20 years, wrestling for 14, fighting for 16. So, you know, I have a lot of love and a lot of respect for him and his family, so I'm going to try to work with him as much as possible. You see a huge improvement in my stand-up, and now I'm putting people away, so, you know, I mean, stay with who works.
Does that knockout happen if it's not Brenneman, you think?
Well, the power's been there. The power's been there. It's always been there. But you know, I mean, definitely responsible for that for sure. Yeah.
Can you talk about the reception in Baltimore and just the event tonight, how everything's gone for you?
Yeah, I don't think I got a really good reception when I walked out to the cage. Yesterday at the weigh-ins with the tuxedo, I got a better reception. So, but generally, I always get a good reception with the tuxedo. You know, I know Charlie's kind of close from around here, so it was expected. Wasn't too bad. You know, it wasn't too bad.
Thoughts on the crowd and the atmosphere and everything?
Oh man, it's just jumping out there. You know, usually when you fight early in the card, there's no one there. And the arena, when I looked up, there were so many people here. Baltimore is a wonderful city to have fights in. You know, I wouldn't mind coming back again. When people show up that early for the undercard, then you know there's going to be a packed house. In fact, I don't even have a ticket to go watch the fight because it's sold out, I believe. So if you have a ticket, you know, hook me up.
I'll be
Can you elaborate on why Bang has been so influential in your career and also for Team Alpha Male in general? What makes him such a special coach?
You know, I think he cares a lot, and he's really detailed, and he doesn't want to see. He's been through the sport, so when you have coaches that's been through it, you know, the ups and downs of the sport, then you know, they tend to care a little bit more, and I think he does care a lot, and you know, we're very fortunate to have him. It sucks that he's leaving, but it's not going to stop. It's not going to stop. We were really talented before he got here. We're going to be really talented when he leaves. So that's that. We're just a good team, and I think the bond that we have within each other, we're brothers. You know, that makes us so dangerous. That makes us so good because we care, and in that room, we get after it. We get after it, and then we go have, you know, then we have breakfast afterwards. So it's a great experience. These guys will be with me for the rest of my life. I have so much love for them. It's just, you know, that in some cases I love some of them more than I love my own relatives.
Are you going to change your nickname now that you're
Sober?
alcohol free?
In June 5th, I'll be sober 2 years. No, because it still means something. Last call is my last shot to give my mom that promise, and that's to be a champ. I told her when I was in high school I was going to be a state champ. It didn't work out. Now I'm fighting for a world title. So last call, that's going to stay there.
Did you call her in the dressing room and let her know what happened?
She just texted me. You know, it's just I love you so much. Got kind of teared up a little bit because she's there with me, man. She sees me lose. She sees me, you know, be knocked out. You know, she sees me be so close. So it's probably even worse for her. You know, being a mother, caring so much about her son, and not having control. When I'm out there, I have control. You know, I can move my head a little bit. Well, I heard she doesn't really watch the fight. She kind of watches it like this. So, and she has a couple beers, so I'm sure she's a little soft step up there.
Do you think you should win performance of the night, or one of the guys to win performance of the night?
You know, I'll leave that up to the UFC to decide. I think it was a good KO, but it followed up. I mean, I followed up with the Beal KO was amazing. You know, that kid flying knee. It's kind of hard to beat. Although Charlie Brenneman is a UFC vet, you're campaigning for the bonus. You know, I'll leave it up to the UFC. I'm very happy. If I don't get the bonus, it's not a big deal. I got paid. I'm happy with my pay, and you know, it just pushes me one step up, and that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking to advance in my career.
Are you campaigning also for a rematch with Edson Barboza?
I'll have a rematch with whoever I've lost to. You know, I feel like I'm ready for rematches all the way around. But you know, a rematch with Edson Barboza. You know, I read an article that he was asking for a rematch with Cowboy Cerrone. You know, it's just like had that right hand dropped on him out away from the fence, I would have won. He grabbed the fence twice, and you know, if the ref did his job, it'd be a 10-7 round, and you know, I win that fight. But you know, that's how it goes. That's what makes this win so sweet, because you know, unfortunately, I didn't get the victory. Edson Barboza is super talented. He's a dangerous fighter, very dynamic. You know, and that's all I have to say about that.
All right. Awesome.